everyone. I think it's about time that we discussed undertaking on this channel, because even my intelligent viewers, some of them, don't really understand what it's all about. So what is undertaking? Well, it's the practice of overtaking another slower moving vehicle on the curbside, which in this country, in the UK, is on the left hand side. Undertaking in the UK is not illegal. That may surprise a few of you, but you can be prosecuted for other offences if you undertake, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail shortly. But when can you undertake? Well, there are a few situations. A pretty new one is maybe on dual carriageways or motorways when there's a temporary speed limit and an average speed limit imposed. So although I couldn't magic queue up on a motorway, I've done the next best thing. We've come to the Wallasey Tunnel. Now, this is one of the tunnels that goes underneath the River Mersey, and as we can see, we've got a solid line in between lane 1 and lane 2. This is effectively the same as what I've just explained about the motorway with the temporary average speed limits. That if you get this situation where the gantry up above says that you've got to stay in lane, it's exactly the same as what we've got here. So although the Ford has just gone past me on the right hand side, he's maybe going a little faster than the speed limit, but if he wasn't and he was going maybe 35, because the 40 limit in here, I could pass him on this left hand side without an issue. So that's very similar to what you would find, like I said, on the motorways. Another one is just like we've got here. We've got a vehicle that, alright, it's completing the turn, but when vehicles are turning right, you are allowed to undertake or pass them curbside. Another one is on a slower moving queue. It doesn't necessarily just have to be on a motorway, but a lot of the time it's the case where you get queues of traffic and maybe your queue in the left lane is travelling faster than the queue in lane 2 or 3. You are fine also to pass the vehicles on the curbside. And the last one, and this is one that people usually miss, is on a one-way system or a one-way street with multiple lanes, you are also okay to undertake or pass curbside. Have a look at this incident sent in by one of my viewers. It's quite a busy section of the road, and my viewer has moved out to the 4th lane, and it's this one behind that we're going to watch. They're already moving back into lane 3 before my viewer has a chance to come back in themselves. And they haven't finished yet. Some drivers still are tempted regularly to undertake, but they shouldn't do, because it's dangerous. So if you do undertake and the police catch you, you can still get prosecuted for careless driving or driving without due care and attention. And that offence, if I remember rightly, is a CD10. Now, driving without due care and attention stays on your licence, I think it's for 3 years, but it has a higher weighting with the insurance companies. Let me explain. has a much bigger loading. I've done a little bit of research on this, and what I've found out is that a speeding ticket or a speeding fine can approximately increase your insurance premiums by 14%. However, a driving without due care and attention conviction can increase your premiums by 40%. Undertaking is not only singularly classed as careless driving. Careless driving, it can give you 3 points on your licence and £100 fine, I think. But it can also, undertaking, in extreme scenarios, be classed as reckless or dangerous. And I think that carries a 9-point prosecution, or up to 9 points, and up to, I think it's a £5,000 fine. So for the people who say undertaking is not illegal, you can just carry on doing it, think again, because you're massively misinformed. So I've mentioned that your insurance premiums may go up if you get caught undertaking someone. What else can happen? Well, whether many of you will know this, but a driving without due care and attention conviction can also scup your plans to get car hire. I know that there are a few of the big car hire companies that won't even entertain lending you a car if you've got a driver without due care and attention conviction. So the next time you go on holiday, you try and hire a vehicle, you've got problems. Do you hire vehicles? How would that affect your daily life if you couldn't hire a car? It wouldn't affect a lot of people, but for some it would affect their life massively. And there's one story that I also know of a motoring journalist who undertook someone and got convicted for it. And I know this sounds as though, oh wow, tough life, but Porsche refused to lend him a car for 5 years. So that was 2 years beyond how long the conviction stayed on his licence for. Now you may think, oh God, oh tough life, but it affected his job. You think you can't make the comparison between this vehicle and that vehicle, which is a massive part of being a motoring journalist. So it can affect you more than you think. So to answer everyone's question categorically again, is undertaking illegal? No, it's not. However, the people that go on about this, that it's not illegal and you can just pass people, need to have a look at things in a little bit more detail, because like I've said before, they're massively misinformed. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I hope to see you soon.